Let's talk about the DNC, shall we? When I found out about this earlier this week, I was a little gobsmacked by it. And as you can see, for someone like me, that's pretty rare. I was just like, huh? Because I think some of us think of the DNC like the Federal Reserve, and we're like, oh, it's a public, no, it's a privately owned company. I mean, we should have known, and a lot of you will have known this, so don't get mad at me, because I just found out. I just know that a lot of people also don't know this, so I'm here to talk about it. Okay? Also, this whole scheme is brilliant that they've come up with. Okay, so back in 2017, a bunch of Democrats who were for Bernie, went into the courts and said, hey, we're upset about this. The DNC said it asserted that the primary election belongs to the people who control the party, not its voters. Whoa. That legitimately makes me want to put my hands on someone. Entitlement and rudeness. This is especially important now because we're all witnessing what the DNC is doing with the Joe Biden campaign and very clearly annoying and ignoring its base. Will be a repeat of what happened with Bernie Sanders and Hilary Clinton, right? It does get crazier though. In this document from the court case, in evaluating the plaintiff's claims at this stage, the court assumes their allegations are true. The allegations, were that they were putting the Hillary Clinton before Bernie Sanders. There was a hack and a bunch of emails were released and this was found to be true. Anyway, it showed they had a palpable bias in favor of Clinton and sought to propel her ahead of Democratic opponents. They also in this case said, hey, we have rules at the DNC, but we can break our own rules because we're a private company. Again, I think we mostly tend to think of this as a shareholder principle where like you give them money and you have a voice. This is just an illusion that they have created. This is why they're behaving in the way that they are once again. So you think that you're being represented by a large group of people who's donating funds, but you're actually just giving money to a very small group of people who are going to decide what to do with your money without your input. And the reason it's brilliant is because you can't say, okay, well, who owns the DNC? No one really. There's a chair of it, right? And they can constantly switch this person out, which they did, I believe, at this time when this first happened. They just replaced the chairman and now they have someone new. Who they're also trying to oust now, from what I understand, the guy who brought around the fake girlfriend onto the stage. I forget his name. I really wanted everyone to know this, and please spread the word. Please make your own video about it. Please tell your friends and your family. And I'm going to say this is not just the DNC. I'm going to look into the RNC as well. I think it's just not as openly known. I think everyone needs to know this because I'm starting to develop a larger theory that I'll be trying to make a longer video on. But yeah, I'm seeing the patterns and the parallels here now. Certain forms of mental illness can work out for a gal. What I understand now, the DNC is just a shield for the showrunners of this evil world behind the scenes. This combined with AIPAC, we don't have any say in our government, guys. Like, let's look alive. This is why it's so important in your real life to start building community, because I think the things that are going to come out within the next year are going to be really devastating, and I think they will change the society for good. It could be in a good or a bad way, depending on what we do with our spare time. What we do with our actions in real life and in real time that are immediate to us, like right in our neighborhoods. I encourage you to that. I'm not trying to scare you with this, but knowledge is power. And living in the truth is the most important thing we can do right now. It's just difficult. You can be fighting a phantom for a very long time because you don't know the truth of what you're dealing with, right? You don't know the nature of your enemy. Now, when I see this, when I start to understand all of this, I say, oh, this makes complete sense now. I don't have this like sort of feeling of chaos and insanity that I'm feeling like watching an entity do something that doesn't make any sense to me. When you understand this, it all now makes sense. I hope you do with that what you will. The DNC told you, I don't owe you nothing. Imagine that. It's not that shocking.